The Brave Hunter and the Dwarf Clan. In the heart of the vast African savanna, where the golden grasses swayed with the rhythm of the wind, lived a brave hunter named Kwame. Known throughout his village for his unmatched skill and courage, Kwame was a towering figure of strength and integrity. His keen eyes could spot a lion from miles away, and his arrows never missed their mark. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of crimson and gold, Kwame returned to his village with a heavy heart. Despite his efforts, the game had become scarce, and the village faced the threat of hunger. The elders spoke in hushed tones of an ancient legend, a clan of dwarfs who possessed magical powers and lived deep within the forbidden forest. According to the legend, these dwarfs had the ability to summon animals and control the abundance of nature. Determined to save his people, Kwame decided to venture into the forbidden forest to seek the help of the Dwarf clan. Armed with his bow, arrows, and a heart full of resolve, he set out at dawn, leaving behind his worried but proud villagers. The forest was dense and alive with mysterious sounds. The air was thick with the scent of moss and earth, and the towering trees formed a canopy that blocked out the sun. Kwame moved stealthily, guided by the whispers of the wind and the faint trails left by animals. After hours of navigating the labyrinth of foliage, he came across a clearing bathed in a surreal glow. In the center stood a massive baobab tree, its trunk wide and gnarled, with roots that seemed to dig into the very soul of the earth. As Kwame approached the tree, he felt a presence watching him. From behind the thick roots and bushes, small figures began to emerge. They were the dwarfs, tiny, no taller than his knee, with skin like bark and eyes that sparkled with ancient wisdom. They wore garments made of leaves and vines, and each carried a small, intricately carved staff. "Who dares to enter our sacred grove?" asked the leader of the dwarfs, his voice deep and resonant despite his size. "I am Kwame, a hunter from the nearby village," Kwame replied, bowing respectfully. "My people are in desperate need. The animals have vanished, and we face starvation. I have come to seek your aid." The dwarfs murmured among themselves, their eyes scrutinizing Kwame. The leader, who introduced himself as Elamu, stepped forward. "We know of your plight, Kwame, but why should we help you? Humans have often sought to exploit our magic for their own gain." Kwame's heart sank. He knew the truth in Elamu's words, but remained undeterred. "I understand your mistrust," he said earnestly, "but I promise on my honor, I seek not to exploit, but to coexist. Help us, and we will ensure the balance of nature is maintained. We only wish to survive, not to harm." Elamu and the dwarfs huddled together, their discussion inaudible. After what seemed like an eternity, Elamu turned back to Kwame. "Very well, brave hunter. We will aid you, but first, you must prove your worthiness and respect for the natural world. There is a beast that roams these woods, a great leopard that threatens our clan. If you can tame or defeat this creature without killing it, we will know your intentions are true." Kwame accepted the challenge without hesitation. The dwarfs led him to the edge of a dense thicket, where the tracks of the leopard were fresh and deep. With a silent nod, Kwame ventured into the undergrowth, his senses heightened and his bow ready. Hours passed as Kwame tracked the elusive leopard. He moved silently, his every step calculated and deliberate. Suddenly, the sound of rustling leaves caught his attention. He turned to see the magnificent leopard, its eyes gleaming and muscles rippling under its spotted fur. The beast growled, a deep, resonant sound that echoed through the trees. Kwame knew he had to act quickly, but wisely. Drawing an arrow, he aimed not to harm but to distract. He fired, and the arrow struck a nearby tree, startling the leopard. Using this moment of distraction, Kwame climbed a tree, positioning himself above the leopard. With a rope fashioned from vines, Kwame leapt down, landing on the leopard's back. The beast thrashed and roared, but Kwame held firm, whispering soothing words. He knew that to gain the leopard's trust, he had to show it respect and calmness. Gradually, the leopard's resistance waned, and it became still, sensing no threat from Kwame. When the dwarfs arrived, they were astonished to see Kwame standing beside the now calm leopard, his hand resting gently on its head. Elamu stepped forward, a look of respect in his eyes. "You have proven yourself, Kwame. Your heart is pure, and your intentions are noble. We will help your village." The dwarfs gathered around the baobab tree, chanting in their ancient tongue. The air shimmered with magic, and suddenly, the forest was alive with the sounds of animals. Birds, deer, and other creatures appeared, drawn by the dwarf's call. Kwame returned to his village, leading a procession of animals. The villagers rejoiced, their faces lighting up with hope and gratitude. From that day forward, Kwame was known not just as a brave hunter, but as a guardian of harmony between humans and nature. The bond with the dwarf clan remained strong, and the village flourished under their watchful eyes, forever grateful for the courage and respect that saved them all.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for new update.